How do you address issues in your life? How do you address the wounds and the aspects and the patterns and the relationships and everything else that comes up in your life? What is your default setting, let's say? Most of the times, there will be exceptions. No matter how determined you are, it's a high probability there will be exceptions. But do you face it head on? Do you look it in the eyes? Do you create a safe space and allow your presence to come in and take care of everything? Or do you try to do something, like the little human always tries to fix something, to address it how it knows, whether it's mentally, like reprogramming yourself, searching for a different angle, but not a different perspective, searching for a different angle to see how you can coexist with that issue, to see how you can make it a little bit less suffering so that you don't go crazy, but you're not really releasing it from your life. Putting it under the rug, is not really releasing anything. Yes, it is part of the process and it is a way of doing things. That's why I say there are exceptions, no matter how determined you are. But when you are less determined, when your predisposition is to be dramatic and to go through this whole process more suffering than joy, then you might want to stop a little bit. Stop and take a look. Why are you creating it like that? Why does it have to be so much suffering? Because it doesn't. There's no written book, there are no written rules that it has to be in any way. But observe. Take a good deep breath, invite your wisdom, receive your presence, and then observe yourself. How do you address things when they come up to the surface? Are there tendencies, like I was saying, to reprogram yourself? To actually keep that wound, to actually keep that story, because they're all stories, to keep that story, but finding a way to split yourself, finding a way to put it under the rug and maybe addressing it later, finding a way, but feel into it. Are you really releasing? Are you really ready to go beyond it, to discover a new way of being, a new way of living, a new way of feeling, a new way of feeling yourself, of receiving yourself? Or is just the next logical step, the next logical evolution, which in itself it is a change, but it will be such a long and suffering process. Because when you put it under the rug, when you try to do something about it as the little human, you are basically choosing the way of suffering. And this issue will come up again and again and again and again. Yes, many issues need certain situations to come up to the surface. Like, for example, relationships. You need to have a partner or somebody close or somebody that you love to see those relationship aspects. Yes, also, many of them they're not that wounded, so they don't need something drastical. You can just do change. There are no rules. If you are really in love with yourself and really allowing yourself, of course, you can integrate all aspects. But the fast track many times is through some sort of relationships, whether long-term, short-term, medium-term, no-term. And that is just one example. When you choose yourself, your soul is so creative, she will find a way to bring everything as soon as possible, as fast as possible, and as much as you can handle. But like I was saying, handle it. How? Do you tend to process it? Do you tend to think about it? Do you tend to identify with it? Oh, I have clients, and I had clients, and I have friends, and I had friends. And me, of course, but I have so many examples of how graceful it can be, of how hard it can be, and how impossible it can be, and anything in between. But remember, there is no written magic formula. There is no written guide of how it must be. There are some beautiful, beautiful suggestions along the way. There are some guides along the way, but it is your story. And it can be any way you choose it to be from your heart. But remember, when you make a choice, then you gotta step out of your own way and allow energies to serve you, allow your heart to transform, allow your consciousness to change. So how do you address it? How easy it is for you to handle when the stories come up, when the aspects come up to the surface? Are you in awareness? Would you like to be in awareness? Are you in compassion? And would you like to be in more compassion, deeper levels of compassion, deeper levels of joy and love for yourself? Not for the aspects, not for the stories, not for anybody else, just for yourself. Because it's just about you. It's just about you, your story, your stories, and how you went through this. If you're watching this video, you're about to start your awakening, or already in your awakening, or almost out of it. So there's a part of you that feels and knows what I'm saying. I'm just here to remind you, there is no fixed way, and it can be as graceful and as easy as you choose it to be. There will be dark nights of the soul. There will be those hard days no matter what. Even if you choose the most and you allow the most, there will be hard times. But when you love drama, when you're addicted to drama, when you're addicted to feeding off of others, of yourself, then the journey becomes such a miserable experience. Grasping for air, crawling to the next destination, crawling for one moment of peace, instead of exploring the magnificence of all that you are, exploring imagination, creativity, breath, deeper levels of you. You're just struggling to survive, and that is also a way, don't get me wrong. You will get there, you will do it, you are doing it. But if there's nothing fixed, why not do it gracefully? Why not do it joyfully? Why not open the gateways for you, and with no other intention for others, open the gateways for grace. It can be done in elegance, it can be done in ease, it can be done. But there's a big but, there's always a but, unfortunately, or fortunately. No, this is just a note. Elegance means you getting out of your own way. Elegance means being so open, allowing so much compassion for yourself, allowing so much ease into your heart and into your life, that you are willing to allow anything to happen. And I mean anything. You cannot put conditions, by the way. And this is one of the, I think that I talked about this in the past. This is one of the reasons why everything can be so hard. When you put conditions, I choose myself, well, then you have to let go of absolutely everything. Everything that you hate, everything that you love, everything that you desire, everything that you don't desire. Because it's just duality, it's just stories. They are just stories. It's all part of stories. And they are beautiful distractions. But when you truly choose yourself, all that you are, then it is time to discover all that you are, not just the parts that you liked in the past, not more of that. It's not about having more of that. It's about going beyond and beyond and beyond and beyond, no limits. Not growing what you have, but actually going beyond yourself, beyond what you knew, beyond your mind, definitely beyond your mind, beyond your needs, beyond what you have known up until now related to the relationship with yourself, relationship with others, nature, sensuality, everything, just going beyond and beyond and beyond and opening up more, and then forgetting everything and then going to a new chapter that is totally different, totally different, totally different. Each day different, each moment a true now moment. Are you willing to do that? Maybe yes, maybe no. It's up to you. But this is very important. If you want it elegant, open your heart and allow no matter what. And you can choose not to, by the way. You can choose to keep some stories for some time. It will be for some time, whether it's a few years of your lifetime, it is temporary. By the way, when you look at the bigger picture, it's so amazing. And it makes everything so beautifully meaningless, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you can keep something for some time, and it's okay. But don't expect huge changes when you hang on with both of your hands to something. It doesn't make any sense. But when you let go and jump, no matter what, then it can all start coming in. I am in joyful service.